Hello, it's Jennifer Nash-Naiyer, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about what happens when we're not able to say no. First, I want to kind of talk about how our growing up and kind of the messages that we received about saying no really come into play. For instance, I came from a pretty black and white way of thinking. My family was pretty religious, and definitely there was a culture of kind of giving all that you had, and it kind of being selfish if you weren't kind of going above and beyond. And so I came into adulthood with not even awareness of being able to say no. And so when you come from that kind of background, and there can be different backgrounds that can come up with the same result, there's not even an awareness sometimes of when we notice that we want to say no. So I kind of wanted to talk about, what does it feel like? I want you to think about a situation that has happened in your life where you have been able to feel, where do you feel it in your body when someone says, hey, do you have $50 I can borrow? And that's just an example. And inside you're kind of like, no, because maybe you had lent this person money before and didn't get paid back, or maybe your bank account doesn't have enough money, or for whatever reason, you just feel no. But then, so where do you feel that in your body? I typically will feel that if I'm thinking about being in that kind of a situation, it's really in my gut. So kind of in my stomach area and kind of in my core. But then we go through this process, depending on how we've grown up, where we start to kind of backpedal, and this can happen very quickly. It's not like it's a huge drawn out process, but sometimes we end up saying yes. So I saw a quote once that was basically saying, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it said, you can't ever fully say yes unless you can say no. And I really thought about that after a while. At first it kind of blew my mind and I didn't know what the heck they were talking about. Very confusing. But then I got to the place where I realized, in most of my life, those things that I wanted to say no, I wasn't able to say no, so I did say yes. So it was really like I was saying, you know what, it's not a yes, but it's, I don't know how to say no, so I'm going to do it. And so what happens when that becomes kind of a way of life? And we've all kind of felt that feeling of resentment, of like, wow, okay, and then expectations for that other person when they don't meet our expectations. There's almost kind of an awareness and a belief that, wow, if I'm overextending myself and I am doing something that I didn't want to do, you owe me. You do that back. And when they don't, we end up feeling a bit resentful, disappointed, and it can really kind of lead to this really imbalanced relationship. And so that's just in a nutshell a few of the thoughts that I was having about saying no. I want you to, the next time that you're in a situation that you are unequivocally feeling inside, no, I want you to kind of be aware of that and kind of just sit with that for a second, rather than quickly responding. Kind of sit with it and really kind of know that you matter in that equation, and that emotion is there for a reason. Thank you very much for listening. If you found something useful, let me know. Visit my website at jennifernashnayertherapy.com. Thank you. Bye.